The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind tells the story of a young boy named William Kankwamba who lives in a small village in Malawi. The village is suffering from a drought, and many families, including William's, are struggling to find enough food and water. William is a curious and smart boy who loves learning. One day, he finds a science book at his school, and it inspires him to try to build a windmill. He believes that this windmill can help bring water to his village and make life better for everyone. With limited resources and support, William starts gathering materials and working on his project. He faces many challenges along the way, but he is determined to succeed. The film shows how William works with his friends and family to make his idea a reality. It highlights the importance of education, creativity, and hard work. The story is about hope and the impact one person can have on their community. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind is available to watch on Netflix and shares an important message about innovation and perseverance. In 7 Women and a Murder, we find ourselves in a big Italian mansion on a snowy Christmas Eve. 7 women are gathered there, and each of them has a secret. The family leader is found dead, and now these women are stuck together in the house. They can't leave because of the snow. Each woman has a reason they could have done it. There is a rich socialite, a clever housekeeper, and others with their own backgrounds and motives. As they talk, they start to accuse each other, and old fights come back up. The atmosphere gets tense as they try to figure out who the real killer is. They search for clues and try to stay one step ahead of each other. The movie mixes mystery with a bit of humor, making it interesting to watch. It reminds us of classic murder mysteries, but with a modern twist. While the women are figuring things out, we see how their relationships change. 7 Women and a Murder is a fun mystery that keeps you guessing about who could be behind the crime. Cold Pursuit tells the story of Nels Coxman, who is a quiet man living in Kehoe, Colorado. He works as a snowplow driver and enjoys keeping the roads clear for the town. His life takes a terrible turn when his son is found dead, and he learns that it was not just an accident, but a murder linked to a drug cartel from Denver. Nels is deeply affected by his son's death and feels that the police won't bring the real killers to justice. So, he decides to take matters into his own hands. He uses his snowplow and other tools to go after the cartel members one by one. As he seeks revenge, Nels encounters various characters, including members of the cartel and other people in the town. The film mixes dark humor with action as Nels navigates this dangerous path. There are moments of comedy that contrast with the serious themes of the story. Cold Pursuit shows how Nels becomes a force to be reckoned with as he seeks revenge for his son. In A Quiet Place, the world is very different from what we know. It is filled with strange creatures that cannot see, but can hear everything. The story follows the Abbott family, which includes parents Evelyn and Lee and their 3 children. They live on a farm far away from other people. To stay safe, they have to be very quiet all the time. They walk barefoot on special paths to avoid making noise, and they use sign language to talk to each other. They even have a soundproof area in their home. As the story unfolds, we see how they manage daily life while being silent. They face challenges, like trying to keep their youngest child quiet and dealing with the arrival of a new baby. The family works hard to protect each other and find ways to survive. Throughout the film, we see their clever ideas and the dangers they face from the creatures. A Quiet Place shows how important it is to be careful and think ahead in a world where sound can lead to trouble. The Fall Guy is a fun movie about a group of Hollywood stunt performers who also work as bounty hunters. The film is based on a classic TV show and is made for today's audience. The main characters are skilled at doing dangerous stunts for movies, but they also take on real-life criminals. When their stunt work leads them into a tricky situation, they find themselves in hilarious and chaotic situations as they try to catch bad guys. The movie is full of exciting action scenes, like car chases and stunts that showcase the characters' skills. However, it is not just about the action. It has a lot of funny moments and clever jokes about Hollywood and being a stunt performer. The cast is made up of well-known actors who bring the characters to life with their performances. While the film is lighthearted and entertaining, it does not dive deeply into serious themes. If you are looking for a movie that is funny and packed with action, The Fall Guy is a great choice. The Devil All the Time takes place in post-World War II America, focusing on a young man named Arvin Russell. He grows up in a small town, surrounded by the scars of war and the troubles of his family. Arvin faces many challenges as he tries to protect the people he loves, especially his sister. Throughout the film, we meet several other characters, including a preacher who has a dark side, a couple who are involved in violent acts, and a sheriff who is more corrupt than he seems. Each character has their own issues and secrets that connect to Arvin's life. As the story unfolds, we see how these characters' lives intertwine and how their actions affect each other. Arvin struggles with his past and the choices he must make to keep his family safe. The movie shows a world filled with crime, faith, and difficult decisions. It presents a gritty view of life and highlights how far people will go for those they care about. The Devil All the Time is a complex tale that keeps you watching as it reveals the darker sides of its characters. Zodiac is a movie based on the true story of the Zodiac Killer, who was active in the San Francisco Bay Area during the late 1960s and early 1970s. The film follows several key characters who become deeply involved in the investigation. One of them is a political cartoonist named Robert Graysmith. He becomes interested in the case and starts to research it. Another important character is a crime reporter named Paul Avery, who writes about the murders. The film also features detectives who are working to solve the case. As they investigate, they receive mysterious letters from the Zodiac Killer containing cryptic messages. The movie shows how the investigation unfolds over time, with many twists and turns. The characters face challenges as they try to find clues and track the killer, but they often come up against dead ends. Throughout the film, the story highlights the obsession these characters develop with the case and the impact it has on their lives. Zodiac presents a realistic view of the difficulties of solving a serial killer case, emphasizing that some questions may never be answered. In All Quiet on the Western Front, we follow a young German soldier named Paul Baumer during World War I. At the start, Paul and his friends are excited and eager to fight for their country. They enlist in the army, full of hope and patriotic spirit. However, once they reach the front lines, they quickly learn that war is not what they expected. The film shows the harsh reality of life in the trenches, where they face constant shelling and danger. Paul and his fellow soldiers struggle to survive each day as they deal with the fear of death and the challenges of war. Throughout the story, we see the strong friendships that develop between the soldiers as they rely on each other for support. They share moments of both hardship and small joys, but the harsh conditions and violence take a toll on them. The film presents a clear view of the struggles faced by these young men and highlights the true cost of war. All Quiet on the Western Front offers a serious look at the experiences of soldiers and the impact of conflict on their lives. And there you have it, buddy. These 8 incredible films are waiting to blow your mind. If you enjoyed this curated list, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more amazing daily recommendations. Please drop a comment below telling me which one you're watching first. Remember, great cinema is just one click away. This is Leo Harper, signing off until next time. Stay awesome and keep watching those movies.